everyone, and welcome back. Today, we're going to build a fun, silly turkey in Minecraft. So let's get started. First, I got started on the feet. I decided to do just regular chicken feet, like Minecraft chickens, because it would have looked weird to make it more realistic. Then I started working on the turkey's body, and this part was hard. I tried to make like an oval shape. Building the body was probably the hardest bit, because it's hard to build like a shape of a creature. It's one of the difficult things to do in Minecraft. But about to here's where I got building the neck, and then I could build the head of our turkey and make it look a little derpy and a little cute. But first I have to work on the shape, just like this. Then I realized I made it a even number, not an odd number, and I like to build in odds. And it would have made the face weird if I'd kept it an even. So I fixed that, and then I made the face, which looks so derpy cute. And then it was time to work on the back. And I think in the end, this is what I was most proud of, because without it, it just looked like a weird duck. So it's time to work on the back tail feathers. I started with red, and then I did some orange, and then I wanted yellow to be in the center and to be the tallest one of all of them. Just like that. And then I decided to mirror the same thing on the other side, but I made it too big. So I had to make it smaller, and then the mirroring was probably the hardest bit, but it looked pretty good whenever I was all done. The red was probably the hardest because it was a lot different than the other feathers, but it looked pretty good whenever I was all done. Then I decided to pop out the red one by one block, just like this, and then pull back the yellow by one block. And that adds a lot of good depth to the build. Then I decided to do a little bit of darker shading at the bottom. Nothing too crazy, just a little bit of concrete. Just like that for some shadow. And then it was time to shade my turkey's head. I don't want it to be this really, really dark brown the whole time. So I started using some brown concrete, some brown wool, and brown concrete powder to make it look a little bit lighter. At the very top, I used mushroom. I tried spruce, but I didn't like it. So I just used mushroom block, and I really don't like it. So I'll just never look at it from the top. And so then I just gotta shade the rest of the head just like this. Not too much detail like in the front. And then it's time to shade the rest of the body to make it more detailed. But first, I made it too big. So I had to fix that. I had to make it a little bit less long the way I'd done it. And now I can shade it. Starting with brown concrete for slightly darker, and then we're going to use brown wool and then brown concrete powder for the lightest bits. Just like this. Now we just repeat that all over, and it makes the turkey look so much better. Once it was shading, I was like, I'm not scrapping this project. This is looking good. And then so just gotta do the side the same way. On these corner bits, I used just all concrete because I thought that made it look better. And then I did a little bit on the back, but not a whole lot. And then I broke the second layer on the red feathers, so that way it has the proper depth it should be having. And then that's about all of it. What do you think of my silly, derpy, cute turkey? It was just the time of year for it too. I wonder if this will inspire you to build your own turkey. I hope you feel very in season. I hope you have a very good Thanksgiving. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I shall see you next time. Goodbye. Gobble gobble.